Hey everybody, it's me, Alex Garcia, aka the COG, coming at you as always from comicbookclique.com. And despite the fact that I'm feeling under the weather, it's still the best day of the week, and we have a great week of comic books for you because it is New Comic Book Day. And I'm here to tell you about it as I always do every week. Rain, sleet, snow, or even a little bit of a cold. So let's start off in DC with the hottest book on the market, guys. Absolute Batman, number 16. Scott Snyder, Nick Dragotta, continuing this crossover with Absolute Wonder Woman. And guys, the first part of this that happened in Absolute Wonder Woman, great job, right? Thompson and company did a great job on it, but this one packed so much more of an emotional punch, at least for me, because it's all about helping a loved one and dealing with grief and regret. So deep was this issue, had me sniffling, not just because I'm sick a couple times. Scott knew the story that he wanted to tell. You know, Scott's a dad, and you could see he put a lot of that into this book. The art by Nick Dragotta was just out of the park. And the best part about it is this is something that it's a crossover, but it doesn't interrupt anything. And it just adds to the story, adds to the world. It shows how in this absolute universe, you can have this crazy version of Batman and an even crazier version of Wonder Woman interacting, where the two have to help each other deal with their issues. Great issue. Can't wait to see where this goes. We're already hyped for the next issue, which comes out in a couple weeks, very soon, because we got that first appearance of Absolute Poison Ivy. You've seen the covers. It's going to be amazing. So don't miss this issue. Don't miss the next one, because it seems like every issue of this series instantly becomes a must-buy issue and is double the price instantaneously. So get it. Put it on your pull list, guys. Absolute Batman keeps hitting out the park. And let's stay in the Absolute universe, where we got Absolute Wonder Woman, Kelly Thompson, and the return of Hayden Sherman back on the story to introduce fully Absolute Zatanna, along with a certain team that doesn't really care if it lives or dies, if you know what I mean. And in this, it continues the story of Diana and everything she's going through, her relationship with Steve, and we get, of course, the introduction of this Absolute Zatanna. And we find out what it is exactly that she did the last time these two interacted. Great issue. So awesome to see Hayden Sherman back on the art. They always kill it on this book. Their panel design, the way they just tell the story and put Kelly's words on paper, unbelievable. Always great to have them back. Can't wait to see where this goes. It's a solid 5-part story. It's going to pack a punch. Can't wait to see what else happens. And let's stay in the Absolute universe, where we got Absolute Martian Manhunter by one of our favorites, Dennis Camp, and Javier Rodriguez back on the art, well, staying on the art. And in this is a crazy issue, right? It seems like John Jones and the Martian are getting along to the point where John says, look, I need a day off. There's so much craziness going on around me. The psychedelic art that's going around in this book, you can only imagine how that's influencing this man's mind. And he finally says, John, give me a day off. But in exchange for that day off, we get the first appearance of a villain that I did not expect to see in this world. And what its connection of this villain to his family, great stuff. Great book. It was initially launched as a 6-issue miniseries, got extended to 12, and this issue just makes me hope it gets extended to 24. What an issue. Dennis, Javi, you guys keep killing it on this book. DC, keep printing this book. Don't let it go away. Thank you. And let's jump over to Dynamite, where we get Thundercats, number 23 by Declan Shelby and Drew Moss. And we got some good news and some bad news. Seems like the series is ending with issue 25. I really wasn't hoping that wasn't happening, but it is. But with that said, we have a brand new series coming from it, Thunderhawks. Silverhawks crossing over with the Thundercats. We saw that in the pages of Thundercats Lost, where those characters end up. And in this issue, we see that Panthro seems to have stumbled across a Silverhawks spacecraft. Where that's going to take him? We've already got Bengali back on Third Earth. Panthro is probably going to end up somewhere where the Silverhawks jurisdiction is covered, and thus we get the Thunderhawks. I'm not going to even try to do a Red Guardian Thunderbolts reference. I'm not going to try, but it would be awesome. This was a fantastic issue. It just makes me sad to know that the book is going away. However, I am looking forward to where it's going. I hope it's a fun and worthwhile detour, because this book really was picking up, and the fact that they're throwing this in makes me a little worried, but at the same time makes me excited, because Thundercats, Silverhawks, will we get Tiger Sharks? Doubt it, but you never know. So good stuff, Dynamite, and I cannot wait for Thundar the Barbarian. And let's jump over to Marvel, where I decided to pick up Miles Morales Spider-Man number 42. This was by Cody Ziegler. And who was on the art on this one? Marco Renna. This is the final issue of this series. Cody Ziegler says goodbye to the character. I decided to pick this up, one, because look at this epic cover, right? We got the paying homage to the number 1 issue from this series, and from a previous Miles Morales series. And then we got the ultimate Spider-Man, bearded up Peter Parker looking face to face, because they got to meet, right, recently in that Incursion series that came out so long ago. So I was hoping this series would give us some closure, or what's to come with the box that Miles brought over from the Ultimate Universe. You get 1 page. If you aren't already collecting the series and you're trying to do what I did, don't. The only thing we get a little bit of in this is a bit of a spoiler about what's happening with Peter Parker, because it seems like it happens here first and not in Amazing Spider-Man. And everything else in the series, because I haven't been reading any of this, was just absolutely confusing. Cody, I think you did a good job on this series. I can't really speak on it, but this issue, unless you were reading it, I really didn't get anything up from it except for that 1 page at the end, which makes me go, cool, they're doing something with the Spot to tie in with the whole Spider-Verse movies, and that's going to lead into what's going on with the boxes from the Ultimate Universe. That's all I got to say about this series. But we got a brand new series by Josh Williamson and Carmen Carnero. We got a brand new Iron Man number 1. Sorry, that sickness slowed me down there, guys. I have not been excited for an Iron Man series since the Matt Fraction run. I tried the Dan Slott run. The Bendis run was okay. It had its moments, but it didn't really hit the spot like that Matt Fraction run did. A couple other people have taken over the series recently, and I said, let me jump on this book, because like I've been saying for weeks, Marvel needs to start hitting some balls, right? This was damn good. It felt like a return of the classic Iron Man Tony Stark that we all know. This man is just the definition of arrogant. He knows his value. He knows what he's capable of. The artwork by Carmen Carnero was amazing. It's dynamic. It's just pops off the page, and it's got me excited for what's to come and for how this is going to matter in the greater scheme of the Marvel Universe. Very interesting new trend for Tony in this book. And then at the end, we get a very, very cool cliffhanger ending that makes me want to come back for issue number 2 ASAP. So if you're wondering if Iron Man is worth jumping onto, mark my word, I'm telling you right now, check this out, because I am not the biggest Iron Man fan, but this makes me want to keep reading Iron Man, so don't miss out. And let's jump over to Image. We got Void Rivals number 26 by Robert Kirkman and Andre Bresson. He's been the new artist now on Void Rivals, and on this issue he really shows his chops. This issue was action-packed. He really gets into everything that's going on in this world. The Quintessons show up. They try to make pacts with the 2 warring alien races here, and quickly they find out that these guys can go toe to toe with Transformer level threats. Great stuff. The way it ends is just keeps picking up. This Quintessence War seems like it's really going to matter, and I can see how this is all going to end up tying into the rest of the Energon universe. And speaking of the rest of the Energon universe, we got G.I. Joe number 18. Joshua Williamson, there's that name again. He's kicking butt over there on Iron Man, and he continues to kick butt with G.I. Joe. And Marco Federa as a guest artist. This was a one and done. This was a great little breather after that fantastic Dreadnought War crossover. We get the introduction of one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters, Roadblock, and he is an absolute beast in this. You know, the Tomax twins, they try to come at him and make him an offer, and he's just like, I ain't with that, bro. And am I not with it? I'm going to show you how not with it I am. And this issue was just a blast to read. And it shows just how now Cobra Commander's finding out everything that's going on behind the scenes that led to that whole Dreadnought War, and tells him what he needs to do about Destro and company. Great issue. Joshua, you dropped 2 bombs this week, G.I. Joe and Iron Man. Great stuff. And the Energon universe just keeps cooking. Don't miss this issue. Lots and lots of fun. And last but not least, I'm going to say this again, guys, because I am so excited for the return of Vertigo. I told you last week to pick up this free sampler. If you didn't pick it up last week, try to get it this week. Right? I got American Vampire right behind me. That was a classic Vertigo book. This sampler is so good. A lot of the DC books have little tastes of some of these Vertigo books as well. Please, 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 guys, buy in on this Vertigo stuff. Don't let it go away again. These Vertigo titles look so amazing. Bleeding Hearts looks crazy. End of Life, The Peril of the Brutal Dark. The Nice House by the Sea is coming back. Number 7, which is a continuation of The Nice House by the Lake. These creators are going to tell some amazing stories, as well as the fact that these are stories that aren't going to tie into anything. So if you're looking to dive back into great comic books that don't rely on you to know what's going on with every Avenger or every Justice League member, these are the books you're going to want to collect. And I guarantee they're going to turn into TV shows before you know it. And then you're going to want to go back and get all the trades. So jump on board immediately. Make sure you're adding them to your pull lists. All right, let's talk about this stuff. And guys, that is what I picked up for the week. It was a great week of comics. There was so much more stuff I wish I could have picked up, but until you guys keep dumping some more money into our Patreon, the funds can only go so far. But thank you guys as always. Like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X. We are all over the place. And guys, please check out the interview that we just did with the Daniel Warren Johnson. We did it with our boys, the Don and Jon Escudero, Yogi, over at Dirt Sheet Radio. We had a blast of a conversation talking about all things wrestling, comic books, and talking about that ice stuff, right? If you want to hear a great conversation, check it out on our YouTube or check it out on our website, comicbookclique.com. It was a blast. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson, for taking the time out to talk to us. And guys, thank you as always for the time you take to watch this video. Tell me what you picked up. Tell me what I shouldn't have picked up. Tell me what I should pick up. Tell me what trade I should have picked up. Let's just, as always, keep the conversation going. And thank you as always, because keep print alive and read more comics.